Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, the Gaming Pig, back with another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about, Cawthon. So, this has been a bit of a week for FNAF. An interesting one, albeit, but, we finally got kind of the closing to the situation, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and make a video on it, especially after the updated to Scott Games. I think now we have a complete, definitive story of what happened, and, the closing. So to put it simply, Scott kind of got into some controversy on who guessed but Twitter, which I'm not going to get too much into. It was a little ridiculous, but he decided to retire for that, but also for many reasons, which he put on a message on Twitter. I'm not going to read or not on Twitter, on scottgames.com, and I presume the FNAF Reddit too. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing. You can read it for yourself if you want to. But it basically says that he has decided to retire from FNAF. Very sad to hear, but it, in the end, will have some positives to it. So, for one, FNAF will still be continuing. He says it here, and he says that he's mostly stopped because he has a giant family. He says he has like 6 kids. He is a very busy man, and he just wants to do games for the fun of it now, and really just you know live his life without having to worry about FNAF and stuff. And he is retiring from making these games or just overseeing these games in general. So it's his choice, and yeah, I think he handled the situation pretty well though. I think this was a pretty good way to handle it, albeit it is disappointing, but he does go on to say that FNAF will continue. In fact, I'll read this direct quote. It says, "Is this the end of FNAF? No. This just means that someone else will eventually be running the show." So this basically just means literally just a bigger group of people will be running it. I'd presume Steel will be running the series from now on, which I'd be happy with, honestly. And it might take a little bit before we'll hear anything about this. He might even oversee Security Breach still, but then after that, maybe Steel will take things on from there. It sounds like it's still in the early phases, but yeah. So yeah, quite a big thing that is just dropped on us. He made these games amazing, and I'll always appreciate it, but I'm so excited for the future because we're still getting so many big titles, and hopefully even bigger ones, with whoever he sells the series to. Now, I would assume that he would sell it to somebody like Steelwool. He could sell it to someone else, though, but it sounds like he's being very careful and he's going to choose, which I think is a good thing because he wants it in good hands and not just make it this big, corporate game, which makes logical sense to me. So, in the end, guys, it is just Scott is no longer working on these games, but he is a legend, and he made these games fantastic. So yeah, it's not like his legacy has just disappeared; it will always be there. But he is just no longer directly working on these games. Basically, I expect we'll still see him in the community here and there. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised by that, but that is just what is going on right now. So yeah, I completely understand his choice. I hope Steel runs the show. Although if Illumix can still work on FNAF AR, that would be ideal to me. I am not sure what is going to happen to the Fanverse games. I hope that they still work out, but I just don't know what's going to happen. Maybe Click Team can still be a part of this in some way and help them out. But we just don't really know what's going on with that. But best of luck to Scott in the future. And I completely respect this decision. He's an older guy with a big family and just wants to focus on things now because he's a very rich guy at this point. FNAF has been very successful, so I just wanted to be like, all right, let's settle down now. So yeah, honestly, I'm gonna get a bit of water. Honestly, this makes complete sense to me, and I didn't see this coming, but I understand it completely. So that's just my point of view on this. I didn't want to make a video on too much of the situation, but I thought this was very important, so I'd make a video on it. So thank you, Scott, for all the games, and I look forward to seeing who will be running it in the future. Crossing my fingers for Steel Wool, and I do wish the best of luck to Illumix, in whatever happens to them, and the Fanverse initiative as well. One other thing that just crossed my mind is I'm not sure what's gonna happen with the FNAF movie. I think it will still be continuing on, honestly. I think that Scott will just be the screenwriter for that, and then they'll just work on the movie from there. I think that the FNAF movie will not have too much of an impact. We've been waiting for it for so long that it would only make sense. And as for the Fazbear Fright books, I think they'll keep getting published until they're over with. Then we'll just have to see what the other companies decide to do with that. But there are still a few more Fazbear Fright books that are on their way. So, yeah, that's all that I gotta say about this. It is quite crazy, but I completely understand it, and I understand Scott's decision, and I honestly appreciate it, and there is still so much to look forward to. We still have Security Reach later this year and all that. So that's all I gotta say on this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I know it's a little bit of a different one. But I'll see you on the flip side. Bye-bye.